This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
All right, we've had a great show today. You know why? We got rid of that pesky Nat. And instead, we replaced her with a stunning Tracy Vo from Channel 9 News.
Hey,
Hello.
Trace.
Hi, Tracy.
Hello.
Hey, Trace, one of the people we had on early this morning was David Croft, F1 legend. You missed out on that because
Yes.
me and Nathan did it early, but you love him.
Yeah, love him. Love F1. Big start to the year already, but yeah, great insights from Crofty.
Well, it would have been a better interview if you were in it. There's a part in there that he talks about something that we don't know about. And then Tracy walks in. We said, he asked us this thing we didn't know about. Tracy goes, yeah, I know all about it. And anyway, it was a thing. This morning, earlier on, we talk about how vaping has gotten out of control and where people are actually thinking they can vape now. And Tracy, you heard some of these on the drive-in.
Hilarious.
So unbelievable.
But
You're
people
going
are
to
just
laugh.
so blatant. They just don't care.
They just
They'll
vape
do
it up.
They don't care. I also gave you guys a bit of a lesson, a bit of an education
yes.
later on in the show.
We learn all about a Clayton's win, and let's not forget the other amazing thing that happened today, and that is there was a competition which involved Sean McManus. He was against Tracy Vo, and guess who won?
Was it a real win?
Sean
It
McManus!
was a Clayton's win.
Oh my God, you're going to be just blown away by this.
It's been a morning of firsts.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean. This is what I came for. Yeah. Perth's Nova 937. Keep on giving me all you got.
It is 3 minutes past 6. Nathan, Nat and Sean. Natalie is having a day off.
She is. She's over in Melbourne town, actually. Going to a lot of the comedy shows over there.
Yeah.
I guess it's like me going over to Gather Round in South Australia.
She's a doer, isn't she? She like
She's a
books
doer.
things and does things. That's foreign to me.
I did.
Like booking something and then doing it. I don't get it.
I felt like I was a Morris over the weekend, Nathan. I did absolutely nothing.
It's such a good way to live.
Yeah, there's a lot of going to bed.
Pants, Sean. When you
Lot
do
of
nothing
couch
though,
time, man.
when you do nothing though, don't you get so tired? It's exhausting doing nothing.
That is so true. You know, yesterday afternoon I was thinking the whole weekend I've never been so tired in my life, and I've done absolutely jack shit.
See, Sean. So for me, and if I can guide you through
Thank
doing
you.
nothing. When you first do nothing, your body reacts like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yep.
And then after a while, on those nothing days, you find that you could sleep for probably 18 hours of that nothing day if you really let yourself. And then so at the end of that day, if you were to succumb to the sleep, you start worrying about if something's medically wrong with you. And then you realise that the diagnosis is laziness.
I totally get it. It's amazing.
You know, there's ebbs and flows. There's ebbs and flows.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Nathan, what did you do? You said you didn't do much over the weekend like me, but how did it kick off, like Friday, Saturday? Did you catch up with anyone?
Yeah. Well, I had a couple of projects to do at home, which I didn't like because they were outside projects, and that's where the heat is.
Yeah, it's where the heat is. It was really warm.
They really got to get the air conditioning fixed outside, don't they? Anyway, so Dad had come over and was helping me do stuff with my old car because I'm wanting to get rid of it.
Yep.
And then we'd made a plan of going out to lunch. So we timed it so that Dad was at my place, and then we knew how much time we're going to spend on the car, and then we're going to get to the place we're eating in Mount Lawley, which opened at 11. Right. So now the thing about going out with Brian Morris for a luncheon or any outside event is there is just a giant list of rules that need to be followed for the day to go calmly.
And there's a time limit on everything too.
And there's things, there's weather, there's parking, there's so many other, there's so many things, and there's the time as well. Dad doesn't like being out past 12 lunchtime because, a quote from him, I've got stuff to do.
That's always been the thing for Brian.
I've got stuff to do.
Okay,
now, I've been around his house. I don't see much stuff being done.
So how did it go? So what? Okay, tell us. Okay.
So we've timed it. So we get to park, behind the restaurant, and we were there at probably 5 minutes to 11, which was sweet. So we parked the car and we sat there for a second, and then I said, all right, let's get into the restaurant. Because I said to him, let's just wait here for a minute, because I hate being the people that as soon as you open the doors, you're waiting there. I said, let's give them a couple of minutes. No. Stuff them. If they want our money, they're going to be ready for us. Okay, no worries. So we get out of the car and we walk to the restaurant. Anyway, it's shut. The thing is, now the sign has changed on the door saying it opens at 11:30. it's 11,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And on the website it says it opened at 11,
Yep.
and there was no mention of 11:30. Well, Dad went mental. Oh, the things he said about that restaurant, if they had heard, and then he was like, stuff you, stuff your mum, I'm going home. And then I said to him, he goes, let's go find somewhere else to eat. And I said, no, but Dad, I want you to try this place because it has one of these, you know those big seafood, I think it's like a tom yum soup.
Yeah,
it's got
I love
all the
tom yum soup.
It's got all like, you know, the
Yep.
clams and the prawns, and Dad's always wanted one of them, and I had one of them there. So I was like, nah, Dad, you know, let's just stay here. We're here now. I've parked. I've paid for parking. Nah, F you, F your mother. You two are the same. Because we're like, no, let's just wait. So I said, no. Oh, he goes, that's hot, not waiting around. So we don't have to wait out here. We've got a prime park just there. Let's go sit in the car and we'll talk as a family. Anyway, so the complaining goes all the way back to the car, and Dad's the first one in the car, and he's sat there and he's got his arms crossed. He's like abusing me and Mum, telling us what's wrong with us, how we're the same person, and we always back each other up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we just kept that going. So the amazing thing is, Dad said that he didn't want to wait 30 minutes, but yet he complained for 30 minutes, and by the time the 30 minutes was over, we went into the restaurant.
You got him.
He literally complained for 30 minutes. Non-stop. And we were just sitting there enjoying the air conditioner. Mum and I were just letting us this wave over us. Yeah, so that was lunch with Dad. So we went in there, we had a really, really lovely meal, but then that's the next step when we're in there with Dad.
Yep.
Dad's not looking at the food we've got. Dad's looking at the food he can possibly take home. So we're all eating our meals, and then Dad, during it, even beforehand, had said to the guy, do you have takeaway containers? Well, yeah, it's a shop.
He's just preparing.
Yeah, so then Dad just keeps his eagle eye on what's left, and then as we're eating, he's telling me what's left and how many meals that'll do, and then as we eat more, the meals become less. So you sort of just stop eating after a while to make sure that he's got enough to take home. Anyway, I implore you, if you get a chance, go out with Brian Morris for lunch.
How long did the lunch, when you actually got in and ate, how long were you there for?
Oh, we don't stuff around, and also you've got to remember we're taking half it at home, so even if you're hungry, you're not going to finish your meal. So we're usually there for like 45 minutes, and then we're out. Anyway, so yeah, if the opportunity arises, my dad asks you out for lunch, 2 thumbs up, but run the other way.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Ali, would you like to go to lunch with my dad?
Yeah, why not?
All right,
Get the timing right, mate.
Let me get this list of 100 rules. Harry, you've got an idea, hey?
Well, if Brian claims to be so busy past midday, I'd like to know if this is true or not. Get Brian to fill out a diary post midday, and Marlene to fill out a diary, and then compare notes and find out what's going on.
Well, to be honest, Dad will win that because all that'll be on Mum is watching another bullshit ambulance show.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We've been talking about a world that I used to go to all the time, and that is nightclubs. I used to be in nightclubs for probably 6 nights out of the week when I used to work in them.
Man.
And then like when I wasn't working in them, that kept on going. So for me now to be in a nightclub, it's just completely foreign.
Yeah, me too. I haven't been around for a while. Megan won't let me go.
No, Sean. Which one would you go to now? Do you even know?
I'm going to have to walk into the big house at some stage, Metros.
Yeah.
At some stage.
Yeah.
Just to put the hand in the air.
I've seen
and
you.
nod.
I've seen you. You used to come alive at Paramount. We would have been there a couple of times. Paramount seemed to get your juices flowing. And I would love to see what you do on the dance floor at the Mustang Bar.
Oh, yeah. God,
But we're talking about nightclubs nowadays because we don't go much. And Sam, who works with us here,
Morning.
Sam was asking you about the vaping situation because vaping is out of control and people are just doing it everywhere.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I think it's because it smells nice that people don't think that is anything bad attached to it, and that's why a lot of people don't have a go at someone that's vaping in public. But
No,
so
usually it's so
at
accepted to
nightclubs,
do it
how is it at
inside now.
nightclubs now?
Oh, well, yeah, you just do it everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, there's pretty much no rules. And they say there's no vaping, but, you know, people are still doing it. It's not really enforced.
Yeah, so there's no smoking in these places or any of these venues anymore, but you you can just get in there and have a cheeky vape everywhere.
Well, yeah, because the vape just disappears after a second, and it smells like blueberries most of the time.
Yeah, sure. The last time I saw a lot of people vaping, we were at a Nova function, or we were at a pub, and just outside in the beer garden, where you would not be allowed to smoke. It was every person had a vape in their hand, and it was just like, I described it as walking through a sea of unicorn farts. Blueberry, cookies and cream, banana twist. Amazing stuff. But tell us about how out of control vaping's got.
Well, it was a couple months ago when Frozen... Oh, how long ago was that? 5 months ago now, when Frozen was in town, the musical.
Yeah.
And I had taken one of my best mates, and midway through the musical, I could see something from the corner of my eye, like a little bit of like haziness, and I was like, there's no way she's done that to me. And I look over to my left, and she's just blown a big billow of smoke into her top.
So it looks like now her boobs are on fire.
Yeah. At Frozen the musical, I was like, we've just come back from intermission as well. I was like, I know she would have been vaping in the bathroom as well.
I there going,
I could not believe it.
That is insane. So I the other week was shopping at Coles, and I was laying on the bread aisle, and there was a guy just vaping his little heart out
At Coles?
At Coles while he was shopping. A couple of older people gave him a concerned look, but everyone else was like, oh yeah, no worries, and just walked past. But the one thing, Sam, talk about this. Don't say where it was.
Yeah, and so this was, I had to go do a screening at a medical centre, and I have to do a wee test, and when I couldn't get the lid off the bottle that I pee in to do the test, and then when I came back out to like ask her to undo it for me, she was
supervisor.
Yeah, she was vaping in the medical centre. And like, I'm a real one. I don't care. I'm like, good on you. Like, we had back-to-back patients outside, so I was like, yeah, sneak it in while you can. But lucky it was me who found her, not someone else.
Vaping, it's so funny.
Vaping,
so funny.
Oh, it's funny, but people shouldn't do it officially.
Okay, yes,
say that.
Good line, mate.
Vaping everywhere at the moment, Ellie, isn't it?
Cheeky vapor?
When I was at Coldplay, someone was smoking an old school cigarette next to me.
What?
Yeah. And I was fuming. Like, not fuming with the cigarette, but I was angry.
Oh, my God. When I was in Amsterdam, the most amazing thing happened. I was walking down the street, and like everyone had like a giant joint hanging out of their mouths, and no one was even looking. But someone walked past with a cigarette, everyone would give them filthy looks.
That's weird.
And that to me just blew my mind. We are taking calls about vaping out of control, where you've seen it happen where it shouldn't have.
Gwen's in Joondalup. Good morning, Gwen.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey,
Good,
Gwen. All right, Gwen, vaping, it seems to be all over the shop right now. What have you seen?
Oh, but my mum is nearly 80, and she had a horrible fall and completely smashed her shoulder and had to have a complete reverse shoulder reconstruction.
Oh, nasty.
In hospital, she had to wait 5 days to have the surgery because she was on blood thinners.
Yeah.
Finally, she had the surgery, and after the surgery, she had a heart problem. She had to have another procedure on her heart.
Oh.
While she was waiting for that, she was in a ward that just had a curtain between another ward.
Yes.
And there was about a 90-year-old lady in bed in the ward right next to her. Her daughter, who was about 70, I reckon, immaculately dressed, beautiful nails, and I just could see through the curtain next to my mum's ward.
Yeah.
She's vaping and blowing the smoke or the fumes or whatever they are towards the window that's not open, and then with a tissue kind of fanning it, and this all just going everywhere. There's a 90-year-old lady and an 80-year-old lady lying in hospital practically on their deathbed and just having a sneaky vape at the window that's not open.
Did she say anything? Did you say anything or not?
No, I was completely horrified. I didn't say anything. I should have. In hindsight, I should have. But I think we can all agree she did have the tissue and she was fanning it away. Oh, yeah,
pretty much
she
saved
was
the
fanning
day.
it. Exactly. Window open or not. Serious.
And she was an old duck herself having a vape. That's so funny.
Gwen, that's hilarious. All right, let's go on to Steve. Hey, Steve.
Good morning, how are you?
Hey, good,
Steve,
buddy.
this rings a bell to you, Steve?
Well, I just recently came home from Adelaide. My mum actually had heart surgery in Adelaide.
Oh.
And on my way back, I was flying where there was a seat between me and another guy. And I was just having a gin and I could smell something. I was like, what is that? And I turned to my right and there's this guy and he's vaping, but he was blowing, I don't know, he had like a napkin folded up into like a really tight square and somehow, I don't know how they work, but it was like blowing it through the napkin, which was capturing all the smoke.
So he's trying to create a filter.
I'm like clutching my pearls and rolling my eyes, and he couldn't hear them. And I was like, what? And then the cabin crew walked past, and they were oblivious to it. They had no idea. And this guy did not care. He was just like, I don't care who sees. You know, he wouldn't even. He wouldn't take his eyes off it. He wouldn't even look at me. I'm like, how do you get away with that?
Well, he had the protection of the napkin, Steve. So he was never going to
The napkin.
If we all go down, he at least had his napkin.
Oh, look, I mean, we can see a theme here. Gwen, with the hospital and a sick mother, there was a tissue being woven around. This guy's breathing it into a napkin. I would have possibly tried it out, like breathing into the sick bag, Sean.
Oh, yeah, that would have worked okay. Okay, here's another thing. Would have you dobbed him in?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have dobbed him in.
Because people punch people on flights now.
You get punchy on
I don't want him to know which exact seat he can find me. I'm going to punch the guy at 14B. There he is. That is hilarious, Steve. Thanks. Let's finish off with Candace from Piara Waters. Hey, Candace.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Candace.
No, this vaping seems to be out of control. A bit humorous. What do you got for us?
So, my lawn mowing man.
Yeah.
I get it's outside.
Yes.
But watching this man control a 200-kilo machine with one hand while vaping with the other, I make sure I'm home every fortnight.
Just to watch it.
To watch. And then he gets the whippersnapper, one-handed, perfect lines, got the edger, and I'm thinking, surely life would be easy with two hands, but one-handed, like he's perfected it, like a mum with a pram.
That's amazing. I want to see it myself, Candace.
I do love
Every
it when...
fortnight.
I do love it. Well, okay, let's book some seats, Sean. I want to see the amazing one-armed lawnmower man.
Because those big lawnmowers that you're talking about, because, you know, they've got the rolly things on them. We're seeing them. They've got a brake on them, so you really need to control them with two hands.
With one hand, he moves it, and I'm thinking, surely he's going to stuff up that line, you know. He's got the lines in the grass. Not those lines are perfection. It's not even a kink in them.
I have to say, Candace, is he a big burly bloke, is he? Like a real blokey bloke?
No, not overly.
Yeah, right. I love seeing big...
And that's what's interesting.
I love seeing big blokey, burly blokes walking around with vapes at the moment because, you know, it's like low bikey and you can smell bubblegum twist. Or apricot surprise. It's hilarious. Well, Sean.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Nathan, Nat and Sean. Natalie's away. She's having an extended long weekend. She'll be back tomorrow, but guess who's just walked in the studio, Sean? Officially 3 minutes late for work.
Tracy Vo, good morning.
Tracy Vo, Channel 9 News.
I can't even sit down yet because I literally walked in.
Sweetheart, what do you call this?
My mind is blown because the car parks all changed, so I had to ask Amy where to go. Then I've walked in out of the lift just now, and I'm like, what is going on here? You're literally working in a construction site.
Isn't it insane?
People are just hammering away around you, you know.
As tradies out here, left, right and centre, which they've been over the week. So
you know those sticky things that they use to catch bugs? You know, that they use that thing. That's on the floor just as you walk into this area and it gets rid of all the dust off your feet. But the best part is, Tracy, because we don't have a kitchen here at the moment.
Yes, I saw your makeshift kitchen.
We call it the commissary. So if you want it for anything from there, because we've got heaps of different products in there, you just need to trade for cigarettes and stuff, and then you'll be able to use that currency.
Or like, you know,
it's a great place you get
You're preparing for doomsday. That's literally what it looked like.
I love going to the commissary.
Hey, Trace, you just walked in. We're going to be playing a game very shortly, so I hope you've woken up.
It's you versus Sean.
But it's only against me, so you're fine.
So it doesn't matter if you haven't woken up.
The pressure's on.
The pressure's never been more off.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Nathan, Nat and Sean are ready to face off. And Freo fans, get ready for round one. The best things in life are Freo. Experience them with a 3-game pass. Search Freo passes to get yours.
We're releasing that dance track for the Freo. It's a ripper, isn't it? Come on, Sean, that's amazing. 3 Game Pass memberships for you and a mate. Plus, get this, $1,000 cash are up for grabs today for the winner of Freo Face Off.
Absolutely. Tracy Vo from Channel 9 News and myself will be representing a couple of players this morning. We've got 2 of them, actually, Grace and Holly, but we'll start with you, Grace. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Hi, Gracie. Gracie, so this is the deal. This is a pretty easy competition. I'm going to chuck out a question, and the first correct response, they don't have to buzz in with the name, just got to yell out the answer. They will take that round. It's going to be best out of 5.
And Nathan, just to be clear, this is just not footy questions.
Oh, no, they're not
Across the
questions.
board.
These are naming things. It'll be naming things starting with a letter of the alphabet. So, Grace, knowing what the competition's about and knowing the 2 players that will represent for you, we've got Freo favourite Sean McManus and we've got Channel 9 superstar Tracy Vo. Who are you going to go with?
I actually feel like we should bring one home for the girls, and I'm going to go with Tracy.
Thanks, Grace.
Sean. They've always got a reason why they don't choose you, don't they?
I say,
Just to soften the blow.
You cut to the chase. Just pick Trace because you know she's going to win. Don't make up a story about the
excuses have been great, but just be honest, like, because he eats Play-Doh for breakfast, I think I might go with Tracy.
Well, I hope I can bring it home for you, Grace.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Hey, Holly, how you going, Hol?
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Holly,
good.
you'll be with me. So that's the way it goes, right? It's just the way it goes.
Hey, Holly, would you have chosen Sean anyway?
Yes, of course.
Truly believable. Thank you, Holly.
This is
right
so
answer,
lucky
Holly.
that you don't die when you lie, isn't it? That's great. All right, guys. It's going to be best of 5 rounds, okay?
Right.
Now,
Best of
remember,
5.
you do
I'm
not
so
need
nervous.
to buzz in with your name. You just need to yell the answer out.
Okay.
Amy will be here judging you harshly, okay? Watch out. She
does.
The eyes are... they're locked on.
Are we ready? Okay, let's go. Let's get into it. Okay, guys. I would like you to name an activity you would do on a first date starting with the letter F.
Film.
No, wait, what are you doing? Are you watching a film or are you making one?
Well, on that, can I jump in?
Depends what kind of date.
It's a first.
That's better. Fornicate in a film?
Well, that's where I think you might be going, Tracy. That point goes to TiVo.
Mine was more PC.
That was good.
Film.
All right. Name a thing that bald people don't need, starting with B.
Braids.
You're really good. That is so true. Holly, we're against it.
Hey, Sean, here's one.
killing me.
Brush. A brush?
Brush. Yeah.
Come on, Sean. Where are you?
Well, when you said bald, I just went straight to hat.
Holly needs you to lift your game. All right, guys, here we go. Name an expensive, fancy ingredient starting with S.
Sumac.
I don't know what that is.
That's why, because it's so fancy.
Sean, are you even trying?
There are things in the green
Point to
stuff.
TiVo. It's quite easy to keep score on this. Every point goes to TiVo.
Harry wants to know what it is, but let's...
Now, what is it?
Oh, it's like it's a spice you put in, like, salads and stuff. It's like a Mediterranean
Sumac?
kind of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, Sumac, try it.
Absolutely.
How much,
so
how much
far.
is sumac?
In the Isles of Coles.
How much is
and Woolies.
sumac? Is it as expensive
like
as
a red-
saffron?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, it's in one of those jars. I think about like $3 or
all-purpose
$4.
seasoning?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Okay.
it's delicious.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Very healthy
Because I'll
too.
never be buying sumac. All right, here we go. This is question number 4, Sean. Wouldn't be bad getting on the board, actually.
Oh, wouldn't be.
Name an appropriate name that you'll give to a miniature horse starting with K.
Sean? Oh, you just got to say it, don't you? Appropriate. Karate. You can name him anything. That's the thing. Our miniature horse, our pony at the farm was called Cricket. So you can name him anything.
Cricket with a K?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Amy's like,
We'll give Holly that point.
That's the worst response
Score
ever.
check.
Sean.
Score
Score
check.
check. Score check, Amy.
Trace and Grace. 3.
God, that
Holly
works.
and Sean.
Holly and,
One.
Holly and
Trace
Slops.
and Grace.
Holly and Slops.
That's really good, isn't it? What a
Yes.
combination.
All right, you ready? For
This is the last one.
Sean? No. It's best
to
it's
five.
first to 5.
First to 5. Oh, yeah, come on.
Best of
Okay,
5. I wish it was the last one. And you got to lift your game. This is called Frio Face Off. It's not called Channel
So it's
9
first
Face
to
Off.
five.
Not a football-related question, like who wore
It doesn't
number
matter,
8
though.
for Sean McManus? No one.
You know other things rather than football. You know
Not
about
many.
soup.
oh, I just know random things.
Where's your second question then?
There's no soup questions. All right, here we go. Name an accessory that will be worn by a clown starting with S.
Sunflower.
Yeah.
Yes! I know.
Impressed by that.
Where did
waking up.
that
He's
come
back.
from?
His oral tablets have finally kicked in.
He's coming from behind.
I had
Here
two
we
this morning.
go. Okay, it is back on. Score check, Amy.
Trace Grace 3.
Oh, come
Holly
on.
and Sean 2.
Fantastic.
We'll
All
do
right,
this,
guys.
Grace.
Here we go. I'd like you to name a dangerous weapon starting with T.
Don't even tea.
A dangerous weapon. A table.
Dangerous weapon starting with T.
You're out.
Tomahawk.
He's tied it up.
What about
Oh
a tank?
my God.
A tank.
Yeah, it's all the
Tank.
tank.
It's a weapon. Has he tied it up?
Yeah. I can't even like Trace Grace 3.
Him
We
there.
can come back and play us,
all
Harry.
right.
We can come back and
Let's do
play us.
this.
This is shameful on you, Tracy.
I
Vo.
know.
You'll
What
be
do you
taken.
mean?
You'll be taken off
I know.
news.
She's fatiguing, mate.
No, they'll
She's
take. They'll take her off news and put her on a kids show now.
I peaked too soon. I peaked too early.
All right,
Another sip
guys.
of the coffee.
I know.
You both should have a response to this one.
Right. That was hard, though.
Get in the zone. You two. Name a thing you would purchase at an adult store starting with D.
Short dildo. What took you so long, Trace?
Can you, Harry, grab Sean Dildo just
yeah,
for future?
Sean Dildo.
Absolutely.
Sean's dildo?
Kids, that
Say
is if kids are listening, that's a prehistoric bird.
It's a neck massager that you used at your nana's house, Nathan.
And a prehistoric bird. What are we up?
This is it.
Oh, good. No,
Sean could take it out here.
yeah. Sean's on 4, Tracy.
Come on, Trace.
Shame.
Come on, Trace.
Name a really good spot to hide a present starting with R.
Short rope.
What did you say, Tracy?
Room.
You said Sean first, but Tivo answered first.
Did she? Can we
yeah.
go to the tape?
Yeah, hang on, let's go to the tape now. It's Tivo's point.
Oh, hang on. No, hold on a second. A room.
Oh, hang on. Oh, wait, sorry, hang on.
A rope.
I didn't hear the answer.
You're right, Sean. I would put it in I would put it in the robe in the room.
Sorry. I didn't
But maybe it's a secret room.
I didn't hear the answer.
Who knows? It could be the dungeon, like your kitchen.
Name a really good spot. Buy me a present, Tracy, and put it away for me. Never find it.
I'm not good with surprises.
So this is it. It all comes down to this.
Oh, I thought that was hard.
It
The judge
all
slipped up
comes
there.
down.
Holly, that was hard.
It all comes down to this. So you both want to get the win. Here we go. Name something you would keep in your glove box.
Spanner.
You don't know what it is.
I know, because I thought you'd stop. You paused a lot.
No, I'm going to give you starting with what?
S.
No. No. That's another competition where you make up the question and then answer it.
We should workshop that.
We should. That's actually a good one. All right, here we go. Name something you would keep in your glove box starting with L.
Letter.
Yeah. Yes, John! Tracy Vo from Channel 9 News, a thriving serious business just got beaten by Slops McManus.
Sorry,
That
Grace.
means, Holly, you are victorious.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Holly, what a
Oh,
comeback.
my God, Holly.
Hey?
You have scored
I said it couldn't
a
happen.
3-game pass membership and merch pack for you and a mate, plus $1,000 cash, Holly.
Oh, my God, Sean, you're a legend.
Yeah, Holly, just buy me a carton. That's all you have to do, mate.
Grace.
Sorry, Grace.
Tracy Vo, very
I failed
disappointing,
you.
isn't she? Very disappointing.
Failed you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think because you...
Disappointment?
But you're doing it so easily, so maybe you
No.
drop your guard a little bit,
No.
Trace?
I
Because
just- I
it's
just
half
lost
time,
my
you'll win by
way.
10
If
goals.
I was you,
I
Tracy,
lost
I'd
my
go to
way.
the ATM and get some money out for Grace.
Yeah, I know, I will.
Anyway, everyone, don't worry if you missed out. This will be happening again. Sean will be challenging someone tomorrow and could possibly win. Freo Face-Off will return.
Yeah, it's going to be returning all right.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
Next time you fly, it could be in first class.
Fly anywhere in the world first class.
With your best mate and $50,000 to spend.
Nova's first class and 50K.
This is so exciting. It's back, everybody. To be part of Nova's First Class and 50K, it's pretty simple. During our show, at any time, you just have to get on air with us. It's not bad. You can also do it via the Nova Player app as well. That's where you can register.
Brilliant. Let's check in with Rebecca. Good morning, Rebecca.
Morning.
Hey, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
First cab off the rank, Beck. This could be your lucky spot.
Very exciting.
3 trips up for grabs. So Ricky's trip to Paris, Tim's trip to London, Joel's trip to New York. Which one's floating your boat?
Ricky's trip to Paris.
Have you been before?
I have. I met my husband over there, so it's a special place.
Oh, got a Frenchie, have you? As a partner, or did both of you travelling?
We were both travelling. He was from England and I was from Australia, and we met over there backpacking.
Oh, my God. Did you guys go to the Eiffel Tower and kiss during a date?
They put a locket there. Yeah. A love
You did
locket
it?
there, no.
Oh, yeah. What about the love lock?
Yes.
Did you do a love lock?
No, we haven't done that either, so we need to go back.
Oh, you
Okay, I
could
need
do
to go
all
back.
those things
Oh,
if
you know
you
what?
head
They
back
just
to Paris.
got drunk and shagged, didn't you?
Were you in the draw, Rebecca? Well, I'm truly in
She
the
just
draw.
had a panini.
No, that's what he had.
Oh, anyway, let's move on to Wendy from Gin Gin. Hey, Wen.
Hey, how are you?
Oh,
Good,
good, buddy.
Wendy.
All right, Wendy, there are 3 trips up for grabs. Paris, London, New York City. What would you put your name with?
Oh, Joel's New York trip, I think.
That's where Nathan wants to go.
New
Yeah.
It's pretty good fun.
Take a show. Did you do Broadway while you're there?
You got to do Broadway, but even the off-Broadway shows are amazing. But yeah,
I went to this restaurant
Good
called.
choice, Wendy.
It was a restaurant. It was called New York 2020.
Oh, is that in the future?
It was a
And with
future
robots and
restaurant.
stuff? and that was depicting what 2020 was going to be like? Did any of it come real?
Oh, it was more so to do with flying. You know, when you walked in there, it was like futuristic stuff, which
Wow.
is still flying saucerish. You know what I mean?
So great.
Robots?
I love that.
Yeah,
All right, Wendy.
100%.
Good luck, buddy. Ryan's in Butler. Hey, Ryan.
How you going?
Yeah, good, Ryan.
Ryan.
Paris, London, New York City, Ryan. Which one is it?
New York.
And
New York.
why is that? Have you been before?
I haven't left Australia before, so
Oh, Ryan.
Have you got a passport, Ryan?
no, but I'll go get one today because I'll be winning it.
Good on you, brother.
Good.
Ryan, you know
Positive
what?
vibes.
I wish everyone luck, but when I hear like someone from like Ryan that's never been out of the country, God, I'd love you to
That's
win
right.
this. Oh, that'd be good. All right, Emily's in Hoken. Hey, Emily. Hocking.
Hocking.
I was going to say, where's Hoken? That's noodles. Hi, Emily.
Hello.
Hi. Which trip for you, Emily?
I think New York.
Oh, New York.
Okay.
Have you
Top of
been
the
there?
list.
Have you been?
No.
Okay.
What did you like about New York, TiVo?
Oh, the pizza slices. I just love those hot dogs as
pizza
well.
slices.
Yeah, the pizza slices, they're amazing. Hopefully you can try it,
Isn't that
Emily.
so? I would like to go to a baseball game, even though I'm not interested at all, just to eat the food that they get at a baseball game.
You got to make sure when you jump on the subway, Nate, you wear in your neutral gang colours because it can be dangerous out there.
Sean, I wear the Yeezy palette. They're all
not
neutral.
offensive.
Unless a gang out there's wearing beige.
Just
I don't
beige,
think I'll be
beige,
done.
and beige.
All right, let's finish up with Chantal from Tapping. Hey, Chantal.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Shani.
Chantal. Which trip is for you?
I'll take London.
London. All right, first time. Have you been?
Why not? No, never.
Sean,
I
you've
love
been?
London, yeah. Been there, I don't know how many times, about 5 times. Tracy, you love London too?
Love it too. Spent
You
about a
worked
month
out of
there.
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a month out of London, and it's awesome.
Nathan, I
Catch
reckon
the
you
tube.
really love it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so do I.
because, you know, the weather's the right, it's
Yes,
the
you'd
right,
love
you know.
it.
Yeah, platform 9
And
and
the pubs
3/4.
are great.
Hogwarts, straight to Hogwarts.
Hogwarts, straight to Hogwarts. You're right, Sean. There's heaps of real things over there I'd love to check out. Thank you, Chantal. Yeah, no worries, mate.
Jack the Ripper tour.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you? I don't mind murdery things. I'd go
No,
to
you don't.
murdery
I don't
things.
like- you know what I
I
mean.
know.
I don't mind it either.
Me too.
I'm the same.
Yeah, I like that dark, macabre sort of
Yes.
stuff. Getting in the draw is easy, everyone. As you know, you just have to get on air with us at any time during our show, or you can download the Nova Player app and register via that as well.
Beautiful. It's Nova's first class of 50K.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Tracy Vo has been filling in.
Hello.
Please download today's podcast, Nathan, Nat and Sean. You will experience something that not many people have, and that is Sean McManus winning in
I
a
know.
competition over Channel
no.
9 News, Tracy Vo.
Might have been a Clayton's win. You
I've
just let me,
Failed
Clayton's
everybody.
win?
when you just kind of, just let the person have the
Who's
victory.
Clayton?
Oh no.
Oh,
You won it fair and square.
Who's Clayton?
I don't know who it was named
Sean's
after.
mate.
Harry's about to find out. It's called a Clayton's win.
So a guy named Clayton.
Just kind of rolled over, I think. Harry's just given me the information very shortly.
A Clayton's win.
Kinda like
What's
the-
the definition?
Well, according to this, I think Sean made it up.
I've never heard of it before.
Matt, come on, dig deeper.
What does it say?
You on safari?
What does it say?
Well, there's a drink called Clayton's.
Sean, it doesn't sense. There's no such thing as a Clayton's win.
There's a guy called Clayton who had to dig deep to win in darts.
Oh.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
Where did
Maybe.
it come from? Have you been saying this for years?
Yeah, it's been common terminology amongst my mates, yeah.
Do you want to
Let's
maybe
make
ask him, mate Clayton, where it started?
I reckon you start a trend there, hey Sean.
Yeah, Clayton's
Clayton's
victory.
win.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, why would you want to
Big
go anywhere
comeback.
else when you're finding all this gold
I
here?
know.
This is like
One
the super
Sean
pit.
McManus.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We're just having a bit of a chat then about winning.
Yeah, yeah.
And Sean said something that was puzzling to us.
Yes.
In case you missed it, here it is. Shh.
Might have been a Clayton's win. You
I've
just let me,
Failed
What's a Clayton's
everybody.
win?
when you just kind of, just let the person have the
Who's
victory.
Clayton?
Oh no.
Oh,
You won it fair and square.
Who's Clayton?
I don't know who it was named
Sean's
after.
mate.
Harry's about to find out. It's called a Clayton's win.
So
Yeah.
a guy named Clayton. So Harry was about to find out. So Harry, of course, being a surfer, he went into his wetsuit and just surfed the entire world out there.
Every
Got caught in a
page.
barrel, Harry.
Every
Harry.
page.
Every single page did not see any surfboards with
Tried-
Clayton wins.
Tried
Clayton's
to
win
do
on
a
it.
deep dive.
Have you ever heard of a Clayton's win?
No.
Okay,
Neither
so
have I.
when you look it up, Clayton's
said it with
is an
such
Aussie
conviction.
slang. It is a terminology amongst my mates. So it's Aussie slang, Clayton's, and it comes from. It's more to do with a fake victory. So on the World Wide Web, it talks about it's like a fake drink. You know, when you're having a drink, but it's a fake. It's a non-alcoholic drink. So it's a Clayton's drink. It's just like a fakie.
Okay.
So the victory was.
Sure, you're looking at me like as if I need to agree with you. I'm actually
What have you found? What have you found?
From a friend, Eliza. She's just like, my mum calls a taco without the shell a Clayton's taco. Because it's sort of a Mexican salad rather than a taco.
Are people out?
So it's a fakey.
So she must know.
So
she must feel you.
so
she
there's-
knows
Tomo
the
would know.
So wait,
Tomo would know. Clayton's
there's a
win.
whole
Thanks,
Clayton's
Eliza.
world, is there? Of
There must be a
Clayton's
Clayton's
things.
thing.
13, 24, 10, we want to know, have you heard
Yes.
of or used the term a Clayton's win? If
Or
you
a
claim
Clayton's
another
something.
a Clayton's taco. If you do know about the Claytons, give us a call,
the
13,
Claytons.
24, 10. I personally still think you made it up. So we'd also like to talk to people about thinking that a thing was a thing, but it
it's not
wasn't a thing.
Okay, when thing was a thing, but it wasn't a thing.
Yeah. My dad
Clayton's
swears
win.
when we go to a restaurant. My dad swears that he's always having and always confuses the waitress when he asks for a chicken parmegizi. he swears he goes, I'm having the chicken parmegizi.
I want to go to lunch with your dad.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's before midday. And
Is that the Spanish version?
and
of
they
it?
always look they always look confused. They always look grab the menu and just have a look to see where the parmegizi is. Anyway,
It's a thing.
it's a thing. That's not a thing. That's a thing. Clayton's wins and things that you thought are a thing that aren't a thing. Let us know what they are. When there's a saying, you think that you know the saying because it becomes a saying because people say it. But Sean just came out before and said a Clayton's win, and like Harry has not heard of it. No,
Ellie?
Tracy
I've
hasn't.
never heard of it.
No.
You've never heard of it.
Oh.
A Clayton's win. A
Clayton's win. Clayton's win.
And Sean
It's
was
not a
like-
win.
And,
It's a win, but not a win.
It's a fake win.
You said your
Fake
mate,
win.
your
You
mates,
claim the win,
your
but
mates
it's not a
use
win.
it, but you didn't make it up.
No, I didn't make it
And
up.
then your mum.
Oh, no, my
Oh, your friend? Was it
my
your friend?
friend's mum
Your friend's mum, yeah.
calls it a Clayton taco without the taco. Because it's
That
turns
sounds
into
like you're not getting any
I know,
at the end of the night,
so-
doesn't it? Oh, mate. How's like, it's not our Clayton's taco, mate.
I want a T-shirt that says that. And a picture.
No, okay, come on. Like, unless you Google it, you don't know it. So let's ask Richard. Hey, Richard, how you going, buddy?
Good, mate.
Hey,
Right,
Rich.
Richard. A Clayton's win. Did you know that this term existed?
No, I didn't, but I chucked it into ChatGPT.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Here you go,
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, and according to ChatGPT, there was a drink from the 1970s and 80s that was a non-alcoholic beverage called a Clayton's Tonic,
Yeah.
Yes.
and it had the phrase of the drink you have when you're not having a drink.
Oh,
okay.
Like, I can't believe it's not butter. You think it's butter,
Yes,
but it's not butter.
100%.
But then ChatGPT goes further. It
Yeah.
says a Clayton's win refers to a victory or success that is unsatisfying, questionable, or not genuine.
It's a Clayton's win.
It's a Clayton's win. What are you talking about?
Chat GPT has backed you on this.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, it is artificial
Okay, true.
intelligence.
That's true.
Let's not lose that. Richard, that was very informative.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I still don't believe that many people know about this. Let's check out with Samantha from Bankshire Grove. Samantha, did you only know about it because you just Googled it, or have you heard of Clayton's win before?
No, I'm old enough to actually know about it. There used to be an ad and they had a mime and it was like the dog you walk when you're not walking a dog, and then it was the drink you have when you're not having a drink. So it was just like Richard said, it was like a fake little whiskey. You'd mix it with ginger ale or whatever, and that was it.
Are you joking?
A Zinzano and lemonade.
How is this a thing? And I didn't know about it.
Clayton's win.
Well, and so everyone knew about this back then?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
it was
do you-
the drink
have
you
you-
have when you're not having a drink.
have
So
you-
basically,
Have you ever used the term a Clayton's win before?
I've never used a Clayton's win, but I have probably used the term for some other things.
What about a Clayton's taco? She's heard of that. She's just not serving them.
It's that nervous laughter right now.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay, let's check with Lisa from Baldivis. Hey, Lisa, Clayton's win. Did you know of its existence beforehand?
Yes, but not quite as a Clayton's win. So when I was in Year 12, I got a teacher award for being a Clayton student. And I went, well, what does that mean? I was really confused. Yeah, and she said it's a student who's not really a student. And I didn't understand it for a very long time, but I think listening to what Sean was saying, it's probably that I didn't really do anything and she just passed me anyway.
Yeah, that's right. She's done. She's just giving you a merit award.
Clayton student.
Yeah.
It's like, congratulations for your participation.
You're here.
Yeah.
And that was, so I graduated, 25 years ago. So, yeah. It's a fair time.
Yeah, and on her graduation certificate it says, Lisa, she was here.
That's all it says.
Yes.
Yeah, she was here. Okay, that's hilarious. Let's finish off with Pam from Aluka. Hi, Pam.
Hi, guys. How you going?
Good, Pam. We've been talking all about Clayton's tacos and wins and other things. Do you know about this? Did you know about this already?
Yes. Agree with the first gentleman. Was it Richard?
Yes, Richard. Yep.
There used to be an ad in the 70s for a Clayton's drink, and it was non-alcoholic. And Mum would say, you're having a Clayton's when you were doing something, but you weren't doing something. So it is that. It's the drink you're having when you're not having a drink, and it was advertised all the time. And I guess you had to be in the era to know what it meant.
But this is my thing though. Sean, I'm sure I now know that this exists, right? But yet I have never heard anyone say that phrase before. Have you, Pam, in your life, no one said a Clayton's win around you, have they?
not a Clayton's win, but I knew exactly what he meant. So it was a win when you weren't having a win. Yeah, I knew it.
So
I knew it straight away.
in the ad, we Trent Cooper, who used to be the Dockers coach, he sent me a message saying that Clayton's Tonic, which is the ad we're all talking about, it starred Jack Thompson. Old Jack Thompson.
Mate, we'll get that
Back
right
in
in.
the day.
Okay, well, that was really,
Insightful.
It was insightful, wasn't it? We learned something today on this show.
Sean.
On this show, and it came from Sean, and he won a competition today.
And he won.
Sean, have you reached your genius era?
I told you I had the fish oil tablets this morning. Took a while to kick in.
Okay, wait there, here we go. Here's the Clayton's Tonic ad. Let's check. I hope it's not swearing. Okay, put it up.
Nice one, Jack.
Okay, so he's on a horse.
Jack riding. What do you have?
I have a Clayton's and Dryden's. Plenty of ice.
The drink you have.
When I'm not having a drink.
Non-alcoholic.
Reckon you can handle the river crossing?
I'll be ready.
Clayton's and Dry, Jack.
Oh, better have a double scotch too. For the horse.
So there you go. So that was that's a non-alcoholic whiskey.
Yeah.
No, that would have been on sale in Australia for 5 minutes.
Did you know about the drink? Did you know about the drink though? And that's where your term
No,
of
it was
Clayton's
just
win.
always just during my footy days.
That's
My
so
mate chucked
random.
it. Clayton's
There you
win
go.
doesn't count.
Okay.
Well, that's insane. Well, that company went broke, didn't it?
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
Unbelievable. Tracy has done a journalistic deep dive into the Googs.
Yep. Thank you, Google. It's been around since 1880.
So that was when the Clayton brothers, Clayton
brothers in
first...
Battersea, London.
Yes.
They created this Caribbean-made tonic, and the only one that's available now. So it's not the whiskey.
Yeah.
It's called a Clayton Cola tonic. That's available now.
That's
so
non-alcoholic,
the
I'd imagine.
the non-alcoholic whiskey, Clayton's whiskey. When did that first come into play in Australia?
79.
1979.
But it's been around since 1880.
I'm sorry, back then it's not about alcohol free,
No.
it's how do we put more alcohol in the alcohol?
Yes. So it was ahead of its time.
That is insane.
Exactly.
They should re-release it now.
Don't
Can
you?
you
Why
imagine?
wouldn't you re-release it?
Yep.
God, that wouldn't be a Clayton's win. That'd be an actual win. Because I know the term now.
Yes.
That's right, everyone. Come to Nathan,
thanks,
Nat, and Sean. You come here for the learning.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We've had such a good morning with TiVo.
Thanks for having me again, guys.
Thanks, Tivo.
Before we let you go,
Oh, yes.
you are going to LA soon.
Yes, we're flying Easter Monday for a trip. We're taking my stepdaughter Soph to Disneyland.
Oh, sick!
So you're planning
Happiest place on earth.
You're planning on doing a lot of things while you're over
it's very
there.
different planning it with a kid, like a big trip like that. And so I've had to book like restaurants. Liam's like, can you book some restaurants here and there? And blah, blah, blah. So one of the first restaurants we're going to, and I promise it's family friendly, but the name, doesn't say as much. It's called Pink Taco.
Give me a T-shirt.
And the mums, I promise, say, look, despite the name of the restaurant, it is family friendly.
Yeah, I heard it's very popular. I heard it's very hard to even get one in the pink.
Yes. Well, it's not that hard.
Let alone a table for 3 in the pink.
It's not that hard at Pink Taco because everything's pink.
Should I just step in here?
I've gone really quiet.
I would, Ross, because we're not going to stop.
No, Liam was concerned, but I'll report back to you, Ross.
Tracy
Take
Vo.
your kids there.
Trey, I did not expect you to pick a restaurant like
Great
that.
looking taco, Harry.
She's gross.
Harry's got a great looking taco up on his screen at the moment.
Pink taco, Clayton's taco, mate.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.